Hello everyone, this is LW Gaming and welcome to a brand new installment of Future Langrisser. And this time around we're going to talk about March 24th, 2025 edition. So anyways, this time around this installment is going to be different than you're used to because for one, I've added some new stuff into this kind of series by introducing new sections such as SP soldiers. Yeah, this was not present for some reason on the banners that on the updates that were supposed to be having SP soldiers. But now from this point forward, any future Langrisser installments later on will have SP. We'll have SP editions we can talk about here. This also includes the global version as well. So anyway, so next time I'll be covering something like this. The global version will cover SP soldiers as well. So anyways, I believe the first SPs we'll be getting global are, of course, Wizard is one of them, Spider Demon Elf is the other, and the third one I kind of forgot what it was, but anyways, you get the idea. Yeah, all those things that weren't mentioned previously will be mentioned in the newer installments. So keep that in mind. This time we're gonna talk about the new character that's coming to Alsalia, and this character is a fourth edition of LLR lineup. And this one is Ferrakia, but taking the form of a succubus, to be exact. And this is Ferrakia. Ferrakia is now a succubus as an LR form, which is interesting. So let's see what she's about. So, anyways, her LR form is called Gay's succubus, or maybe I'll call her as Gay because the pronunciation for gays is almost sound like as if you're trying to say the word gay. Oh dear, I don't want to say this too much because some people might take the word gay offensive, so I'm not gonna keep pushing that. So, anyways, Gay's succubus is part of the factions of Dark Reincarnation, which is expected because her initial form also is part of Dark Reincarnation. Same with Meteor Strike, and maybe she is also part of Mythical Realm as well, but at least in the new form she is. But I don't know about her original. It could be just only two factions though. And her class it retains the same as her original, which is Demon and Assassin. And her role on her LR form is basically similar to original as well. It does physical damage as like just like what she does originally, and also she has a unique that like in her SR form where if you attack an enemy with a specific class or whatever, like with a different class, with a class different than hers, she's gonna be able to switch to that class, which is nice. And for Gay Succubus, she's gonna have like a thing where she will be able to swap heroes classes for 3 turns. So this one is similar, but in a different way. So like you're gonna need to like for the way how Gay Succubus works is that you need to ensure that she can have the class advantage against enemies because that's important later on when I'm gonna talk about her. So anyways, her 3C passive is that when fighting enemies that are in mixed forces, she will guard ignore them, which is absolutely nuts. So if you ever face Gay Succubus, make sure you have your heroes in the same class as your soldiers. Otherwise, you are going to get hit by Gay Succubus instantly. What I mean instantly is of course without being protected by your tank. But this is no big deal if you just first ban her, but other than that, if you ever had the time to like fight against her, just be careful because you do not want to go mixed forces because she's going to guard ignore against you, which is absolutely nuts. And another part of her 3C is that her active attack, when fighting an enemy with the while in advantage, enemy can't trigger revives. This is pretty nuts. So now we have another hero that is capable of like disabling revives, like your Mirror, Z2, and also Hibiscus later on in the game. Well, of course, Hibiscus, a lot of people say that she's underpowered, which I don't know. Some people just didn't like her playstyle, I guess. I mean, she works like Lemia in some ways, but she's more deadly as far as I know when it comes to revive disabling. And of course, just like most of the revive disabling, this works only in PvP. I'm gonna talk more about that later on when we get to that update in global, of course. So, anyways, this is just a rough draft of what she does. Well, mostly. Okay, moving on is the new section that I mentioned earlier in the video, which is new SP soldiers. So this time in this update, we'll be getting Poison Bat Mage in their SP, Hellfire Archers as the other, and Faceless as the third addition for SP. So yeah, every update starting like from like Randall and Hibiscus update, there's gonna be 3 new SP soldiers you can get. And these SP soldiers are given to the ones that are less used based on the Zilong's data. Okay, moving on, let's talk about the new casting pattern skills. This time we got 2 new castings. The first one goes to Emperor Lovina. Attack plus 5%. After deploying an ally, increase their mobility plus 2 for 2 turns. So what I mean deploying here is that whenever you move your allies like within his talent skill, like moving 2 allies per se, these 2 allies that you moved will be getting their mobility increased by 2, which is pretty nuts. Well, of course, I'm going to try to reword this as much as possible because, at first this doesn't make any sense, but later on, I think maybe I should adapt to like what this really means. So yeah, I understood what this deploying means when it comes to translation. Is like when he like select 2 units for them to move to a different spot. Yeah, that kind of thing is what the one thing I can think of when Emperor Lovina does that after ending his turn. So yeah, this is a good boost for him. But do I think he's gonna be viable for PvP? I think it depends on what box you're running because of course Emperor Lovina isn't great for all boxes, but it's just that this is great for repositioning. Anyways, next up we got Girl in the Shell is the other unit that's getting a casting pattern skill. It increased by 5%. When using adaptive infiltration skill to defeat an enemy, gains 1 stack of machine learning. That's the one that you get from talent. If machine learning reaches its max stacks at the end of the turn, gains upgrade and improve, which is the effect that you normally would get from her exclusive whenever she deals no damage. I just say when you end your action without dealing damage. So yeah, having this at 3 stacks makes her even stronger. So yeah, someone asked me whether if this is a permanent thing. Although at the time right now, I'm not sure. Although I have a feeling that this could be permanent, but other than that, we're gonna have to wait and see how this plays out in CN because as of right now, it's pretty vague when it comes to whether if this effect from her exclusive stays because you never know what's gonna happen here because this is a great buff for her, but we just have to see if this is removable. But I highly doubt it will, but we just have to see. Okay, next up, let's talk about something like new exclusive equipment. So this time we got Alia's armor. A lot of people anticipated this will be Ymir's whatever this is. It could be headwear or whatever. Yeah, this is a lot of people thought it would be Ymir's this time, but nope, we got Alia's armor instead. Which honestly, a lot of people like Alia, and I myself included, like Alia because her playstyle is pretty powerful but fair. Unlike Ilia, her twin sister to be exact, she's a god or menace on the field. Jesus Christ. So, anyways, HP is increased by 10%. When Alia has 2 or more of the same type of fortune, she gains mobility +1, with an additional +1 for each extra same type of fortune. When Alia has 3 or more of the same type of fortune, she cannot die in one hit. Upon triggering revives, Alia gains 3 random fortune. And the trigger cooldown of this is that the revive effect can be triggered again after 4 turns. So yeah, not only Alia's armor allows her to move further than she normally would at 2 stacks of the same type of fortune. Not only that, if Alia has 3 or more of the same type, she actually gains the infinite revive. But of course, you can only trigger this once per 4 turns. And yeah, Alia got all those 4 turn cooldown goes away. She gained that revive again, kind of like Tiana. Oh my goodness, kind of like Tiana's revive, where if you don't deal with her immediately, she's gonna get it back. That kind of stuff. So yeah, Alia's armor is indeed powerful, but of course, if used right. Do I think she's gonna be useful in PvP? Well, since with the meta change with like Dragon Slayer, the chance of her being in the meta longer It just really depends on how you deal with the pick and ban. Because if you ban Dragon Slayer, or I should say Dragus, Alia will not be impacted. But if you had to fight Dragon Slayer, then yeah, of course, Alia is not going to be that great out there. And finally, before we close off this installment, I want to talk about additional info, but this time I am going to talk about not just banners coming to this update, also events we'll be expecting. Since Banner News server no longer existed, I might as well cover this here, just to give you guys some heads up. So like in case if you don't have a place where you can find Banner News stuff. So yeah. Anyways, the banners we'll be expecting for this update are radar banner for Tabris and Jace, Saffron and Ilya, two separate radar banners by the way. And then we also have Legion of Glory Destiny banner for Alia, Ricky, and Celica. And this excites me because for one, Ricky is part of this banner, which means that I can finally complete Langrisser 4's collection of characters or heroes per se. As long as I have enough resources to get them, that is. We also have Dark Reincarnation Destiny banner for Zerda, Gurren Shell, and Tatalia. Pretty classic 3, which is pretty nice to see them back. Classic Destiny banner for Ledin, Rachel, and Alto Muller will be part of this update as well. And as for the events, there's gonna be a free lotto event where you earn currency through secret realms to get special prizes, which is nice. And then we also see the return of Skyline Tactics coming in this update as well. And we'll be also expecting the second run of Blood and Eden. Yep, they're the similar mode to Endless Voyage is coming back. And we also have Soldier Skin Lotto event going on this update as well. So anyways, that's about it for this installment. So hope y'all find this video informative, or wait, I should just say informative per se, because this is not like a guide. Well, sort of a guide, but not really for like a solving puzzles kind of game. And solving puzzles kind of a guide. So anyways, I'm gonna leave you all at that for now. So hope y'all find this video informative, like I said earlier, and I'll see you all next time.